Fourth quarter underway between Sarangani and Quezon. Malibog and Pangalinan with Coach Mike Perez at courtside. Kasama natin si Andrea Endicio. LJ Gonzalez immediately going to work. And a three-point play opportunity coming up.
Yeah, Joey's using a lot of smarts after that little low rip going side to side for LJ Gonzalez. They thought he was going to go left, but saw that right side of the floor open, went in, chased that space, and able to make something out of it.
Fuentes got the offensive rebound off that LJ free throw miss. Quarter scoring, nakita nyo kung gaano naging maganda yung pagnimula ng Quezon dito. Outscoring Sarangani by 12, 27-15. Pero inunti-unti ng Sarangani gripper, 25-21, 24-22 in the second and third periods.
Nagtutuusin kung titingnan mo yung panimula nung, and even the middle part of the third quarter, we thought, you know, that was going to be a huge quarter for Sarangani. Pero ang ganda ng balik, lalo na on those rebounds and turnovers that they forced to it, they got into fast break opportunities para din sa Quezon.
Brillantes sa loob. Wala. Gonzalez nakuha yung rebound. LJ attacks Charles Caliano. As Caliano hits the deck.
Sarangani got lucky that that layup attempt by LJ Gonzalez did not go in. You see Charles Caliano holding onto his right shoulder after trying to get that ball away from LJ Gonzalez. Of course, you know LJ going the left side of the floor. He very much is comfortably going that side. Kaya nga sabi ko, nagulat ako na namintis yung layup na yun para dito kay LJ. Ito yun, atake niya going middle. Yun, parang na-overextend yung kanang braso nito ni Caliano. And eventually hurting that backside of his shoulder.
Yeah, we'll probably hear an update later on the status of Charles Caliano. Si Jimenez pinasok na muna dito as well as King Destacamento. Sarangani at this point, they cannot afford to have any more injuries. Wala na nga si Jeff, Vernes, Juji Alyarin, Ali Bacalao. LJ Gonzalez recently named an all-star starter representing the South Division.
But LJ has struggled from the free throw line. He's missed his 2 attempts.
0 out of 2?
Yes. Oh, wow.
0 of 3.
LJ Gonzalez.
Mga 68% free throw shooter.
Yeah.
Quezon though in the midst of an 8-0 run. Because earlier we were tied at 64. Nanlamig na rin yung opensiba dito ng Sarangani. Judel Fuentes rejected by Richard Velches.
Kanina pa maganda ang binibigay na tulong sa depensa nito ni Richard Velches. Remember that report of Andrea earlier when Coach Toto reminded the guys, hindi akin to pagdating sa depensa, kailangan tulong-tulong tayo. And that's exactly what you saw of that help side defense by Richard Velches. Really just waited for that spin on the baseline side and blocking that shot by Jadel. Good shot by Jadel.
Fuentes, after missing his last 6 attempts in the third period, knocks down a 3-point shot here in the fourth.
In my opinion, that's a shooter understanding where the defense is coming from. And nakita niya medyo naka-top side ng onte yung abang ng depensa, kaya medyo pa-flare yung move na yun. And LJ showing that energy which the Huskers desperately needed on the floor.
12 points for LJ Gonzalez. And Sarangani will sue for time. It's a 13-0 run by the Quezon Huskers. See here, off the steal, LJ. Nothing much you can do when he's ahead. Walang makakaapol dyan kay LJ Gonzalez.
Yeah, second steal of the game, and he's showing a lot of activity on the defensive side of the floor.
Next Saturday na po yan, September 6. The 2025 MPBL All-Star Game, where we feature the 3-point shootout, slam dunk contest, the All-Star Executive Game, and the All-Star Game between the North and the South.
Well, ako, one thing's for sure. Lahat ng mga kakilala ko dyan sa South San Pedro, Muntinlupa, and Binyan area are gonna be there in that game. Bilis, ano? All-Star Game na kagad.
Ganun kabilis, oo.
Oh my goodness.
Ganun din kabilis makarecover ang Quezon. 15-0 run na ito. Napako na sa 64 points. Rodel Gravera will slam it down with 2 hands.
He pretty much deserves that moment, itong si Rodel Gravera. He's just been a guy that they pull off the bench and always gives positive results. He never runs out of effort. While we see another 3 right there by Escalambre. And one of the more consistent 3-point shooters so far para dito sa Sarangani alongside Mix Pascual.
Dalawang krista galing kay Carlo. May foul na tinawag sa ilalim laban sa Sarangani gripper. He's gonna go against Carlo Escalambre. Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game. 1xBet.
It was a foot race with Mix Pascual, and Mix was not gonna challenge that. And Rodel Gravera, a very quiet, athletic guy that's gonna play important minutes, in my opinion, come the playoffs. But so far, one of the best shooting guards in this game for the Quezon Huskers, knocking down another one from Judel Fuentes.
Judel Fuentes, 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. And they have really pulled away after Sarangani was able to tie it. Fuentes had 2 more points for a total of 23 markers. 86-67. Sarangani in danger of losing that grip. Doon sa play-in spot, no? Double foul. Ang tinawag doon. How about Judel Fuentes? Scoreless in the 3rd period, but waxing hot here in the 4th. 10 of his 23 coming in this quarter. 86-67. Joshua Yero called for his 3rd foul. And you like how Quezon was able to turn the switch up here after makatabla ng Sarangani dito.
Well, I felt the catalyst really was yung energy na pinakita ni LJ Gonzalez. He pretty much has decided on his own that, I'm gonna be a leader by example and show a lot of effort. And another turnover forced here by the Quezon Huskers. Ganda ng panimula sa depensa para sa 4th quarter dito ng Huskers. And so far, they've allowed Sarangani only 3 points while scoring 16. And that's just about the kind of performance that they showed early in the first half, in the 1st quarter rather.
Bridging all the way to the tail end of the 3rd quarter yan eh. Dahil nga kanina, 64 all na yan.
Correct.
Points off turnovers have been key for Quezon. 14 turnovers against Sarangani turned into 21 points by the Quezon Huskers.
Simon Sandagan going to work the last set. And we've seen a lot of that left-hand finish by Simon for the Huskers, at least for the last 4 games that he's played. Escalambre for another 3.
Good challenge yan, and it's off target. Boy Alves gives it up to Caliano. Inside, Zunga gets fouled.
And one guy that pretty much has been silent for quite a while, Lars Sunga.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game. 1xBet.
Doing more stuff for the Quezon Huskers is Judel Fuentes that time, coming off that curl on that left side wing and used that screen, understood that defender was chasing him from the back, and looked at that short roll by Simon Sandagon, and Simon just finishing it off with that left hand.
Sunga, 2 out of 2 on the line. Diego Darius, pagpapahingay na muna dito si Judel Fuentes. So it's Rodel Gravera, Diego Dario, Joshua Wawa Hierro, Simon Sandagon, and Topeng Lagrama, the unit for Coach Eric Gonzalez.
He's got to take that.
Dario will take it. Off the mark. Lagrama ends up with it. Thought about it. Gets it back from Rodel Gravera. Diego Dario pounds it. And pulls up for that mid-range jumper.
I loved how Topeng Lagrama actually stayed patient with that little shake action down middle of the floor. Got that middle pick and roll bit with Simon Sandagon as everybody was going downhill. That lift from the corner by Diego Dario, that catch and shoot, completing that shake action. I love that he put that ball on the floor and tapped the elbow too.
The attack by Diego Dario, who will miss. Sunga in transition. Great stand on defense by Gravera, and also credit Hierro for disrupting the rhythm of Lars Sunga there.
Ang nakakapanghinayang dito sa Sarangani. Nakita mo napakaganda ng energy nila kanina no? Ng third quarter, and somehow that effort really just went south.
Parang nag-evaporate.
Oo. Huge turnaround, lalo na nung tinaas na ng intensity ng depensa at activity nitong Quezon Huskers. The ball is sticking right now para dito sa Sarangani. Kanina medyo maganda pa yung movement.
Kuya Alves sa poste. Bola na agaw ni Gravera. In a foot race with Charles Caliano. But it was off. Rodel Gravera, turnover against Quezon.
It happened right in front of Coach Richie. And he thought that was touch last by Caliano before he went out.
Mix Pascual will check in. Well, you mentioned Mix Pascual, who had a good game today despite them being down by 21 points.
Mixie was 3 out of 3 at the half, making all his 3-point attempts to go with a couple of rebounds, couple of steals, a couple of assists, and 1 steal. That was really a good showing for Mix Pascual. I thought all along that he was going to explode some more in the latter quarters, but things not going inside for Mix Pascual.
Alam mo namang San Beda yan, no, high school? Hindi din.
What?
Nagulat ka na naman, Coach Mike.
Really?
Totoo!
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh my God.
Sa Rizal. San Beda.
Oh yeah, sa Taytay.
Sa Taytay, tama. Then moved to University of the East. And then eventually finding himself playing for San Sebastian. So palpal! Inabot ni Will Gozom kay King Destacamento.
Na isa pang bedista din, si King Destacamento.
Mix Pascual, masyadong malakas. Gabayni will get the rebound. Diego Dario, the crossover, goes inside and was fouled.
Makita ng Diego Dario pagka-atake niya, nakapwesto na dun sa left side si Will Gosum. So just that good decision to try and go inner thirds of the floor to attack it instead of clogging that middle lane.
Diego Dario, agaya ni Mix Pascual, was a bona fide high school star playing for UPIS. Talagang to eh.
Yes.
True fighting maroon ito eh, si Diego Dario. Since high school, all the way to college.
Si Ginoong hobby pala niya ba? Full-blooded, ano ba yan? O college lang?
FEU, nag-FEU.
Nag-FEU nga pala siya ng high school.
Sabi
That's
niya sila
right.
Coco.
Oh, yeah.
Coco Pingoy.
How could I forget that?
Sila Joel Liu. Si Migs Pascual, dati, Coach Mike. Ako maniniwala ka dito. Pass first point guard yan dati sa San Beda. As we hit the last 2 minutes, Koy Alves with a reverse. And then he converted himself into a knockdown shooter nung pumasok siya ng college for UE and then to San Sebastian.
Well, that's a transition that I feel he must be intentional on the side of Mix. See a good basket right there by Koy Alves, recovering that air ball attempt.
Yeah, he had a decorated high school career. Talking about to si Migs Pascual. Former Philippine National Youth Team co-captain. Mga kampi niya dyan, sila Kai Soto, Carl Tamayo, Fort Street Padrigao, J.O. Chu. Sa FIBA Under-17 World Cup in Argentina, he was part of that team.
This is what year again?
Hindi ko na maalala eh.
Pero definitely ano yan, no? Before the pandemic yan.
Before pandemic?
Yeah,
oo.
before the pandemic.
Kung di ako nagkakamali, siguro mga 20. Ayoko na manghula. Basta before pandemic.
Yeah, before the
sure.
pandemic, yeah.
Tapos, he supposedly had 1 more year playing for Paste. But at the last minute, decided to turn pro and now ending up here with Sarangani. And he could be a key piece, especially without Jeff Viernes. They need someone that could help Kit Jimenez in the backcourt.
Oh yes, definitely. And that I feel is one of the reasons why he's in here. And so he played for San Sebastian when Coach John was there. Ang ganun ba?
Hindi ko sure nag-abot sila. Posible. Oo yata. Basta sure ako, ang inabot niya was Coach Arvin Bonleon.
Arvin Bonleon, that's right. Coach Arvin.
Eman Tagle gives it up to Will Gozum. Tagle between the legs. Off to the left. Now Quezon with this impending win. Sila yung kauna-unahang team sa South that would march into 20 wins, no?
Yes. And again, like what I said earlier, there is a high probability that they will end up either at the very least 24-5 or at most 25-4.
Parang halos secured na nila yung top spot eh.
Yeah, I don't think there is a highly unlikely na mahahabol sila ng Zamboanga. Because of, and then the reason that I say that is because when you look at the teams that they are gonna go up against, Zamboanga's going up against another 3 from the outside by Kit Jimenez. Zamboanga's going up against, these are pretty tough teams. Later they'll go up against Cebu, who are on a 5-game winning streak. And I'm sure there's a lot of pride in the Cebuanos right now that will want to keep that winning streak alive. And then they go up against, speaking of Zamboanga, they go up against Basilan, Binyan, Quezon, and Caloocan.
Puro malalakas.
Malalakas. And a lot of bigs in those roster of teams.
Quezon taking care of business. Coming off the heels of that very spectacular victory on the road against Nueva Ecija. They were tested a bit here by the Sarangani gripper, but they were able to hold Sarangani to only 10 points the rest of the way. Or sorry, 13 points the rest of the way after we were tied at 64 apiece. Outscoring them by 17 points. Best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet. The title sponsor of the MPBL, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
While LJ Gonzalez brought in the defensive activities, the offensive conversions really of Jadel Fuentes. 23 points of 9 of 17 shooting. He was 5 of 9 from 3. He got 7 rebounds, 4 assists without committing any turnovers, and a couple of blocks to go with the effort. Good effort by Jadel Fuentes for the Huskers in this game.